Hey everybody, it's Michael with Bay Area Hiking Guides, giving that information, giving that knowledge to go out there and hike with confidence. And today we're going to be talking about communication on the trail, communication devices, and the importance of communication on the trail. All right, stay tuned. Welcome back to the channel, and if you're new, feel free to like, subscribe, hit that bell down below, get all those notifications on the current videos that are going to be coming up. But we're going to be talking about communication, and it's really important when you're on the trails to communicate. And one of those ways of doing so is by walkie-talkies. So sometimes you might have an individual that's on the trails that, wants to collect some more extra water. So they've got to filter some water, and they're going to just be behind for a little bit so they can stay in communication with you, or the rest of the team want to head back to camp while somebody else is going to be behind a little bit, so they're going to be able to communicate back and forth. And sometimes you have people that are hiking that are not as fast as the others. So it's really important, for that being said, to have some kind of communication device, whether it's going to be through walkie-talkie or cell phone. But, with being out in the middle of nowhere, a lot of times cell phones just go kaput. So walkie-talkies are a great way to do that. And we use a particular type of walkie-talkie, which I'm going to get to in a minute. But that's really, really key, and especially when you're in an area and you're backpacking especially. I know it's extra weight by myself or maybe with somebody else, and I'm going to be hiking alongside of the whole time. It necessarily doesn't always necessary to carry a walkie-talkie to let everybody know what's going on. If you're going to head out a little ways, if you're going to meet somewhere at a certain marker, whatever it may be, it's always to verbally communicate that, or to at least communicate it by walkie-talkie so everybody's aware of what's going on, and retain that communication every 15-20 minutes, just to do little checkups with somebody that's maybe behind and by themselves, but they have a walkie-talkie, to do checkups and make sure the communication is still actively working correctly, and to make sure they're doing okay. It might come as kind of an annoyance, but if they're distancing from the group and they've got a good mile span, it's really important. The reason I do that is to know what's going on, for one. I know if there's any break in the communication, there's some issues that we're having between the walkie-talkies. I can immediately either diagnose it, or I can go back and backtrack to make sure I can find them if something was to happen. If I lose reception, I'll usually stop within the group until I'm able to receive reception, and then if there's an issue, if something happens and they're not responding back, then I'm gonna figure out what the problem is, diagnose the problem within the walkie-talkie, or backtrack back to them. Also, if you're hanging out and you're at the camp, just kind of relaxing, if someone wants to go wander off a mile or two down the road to go check something out, you have walkie-talkies to communicate back and forth. I'm going to have Chris go ahead and talk to you guys more about that. We're actually in Henry Co., and he'll talk to you guys about what we actually use out there. It's actually pretty cool, nifty stuff. What do we use? What do we use to communicate? All right, well, Chris, hit it away, pal. I'm going to have him talk to you guys about that. Chris?
We are using Biofang UV5Rs, which are technically ham radios, but you can use them on a regular walkie-talkie frequency, and you can easily look up those frequencies online, and you just type in FRS frequencies and it'll give you all those frequencies that you need. Usually these are good. Usually using those FRS frequencies are good for about 10 miles or so on a really clear if you have nothing around you.
Yeah, if it's trees.
But if you have trees and everything,
and stuff,
it can be a little less.
Yeah.
So.
And we did pretty well. We used those. I had you go up to Lac the year that I was down for the count with a torn meniscus, and I had 5 months to get it up and ready before I went to Grand Canyon. But we had to go up to Talac, and we were communicating as I was lounging on the beach, and you were up there fighting thunderstorms.
Yeah. So that was pretty good. So yeah, they are pretty good for little $25 radios. But hey,
Yeah, you get them on
Yeah.
Amazon, right?
Yeah, I got them on Amazon.
All right.
Yeah, you just have to know what frequencies that you can be on and not be on. I just use the FRS ones because that's the ones that the store-bought walkie-talkies use. So you can't get in trouble for that. But yet, in a dire emergency, you can use these on a ham radio frequency, or if you look up like the Ranger frequency, when you're out here, or you can only transmit on those frequencies if you have a dire emergency and need to get out. Otherwise, you will get into a lot of trouble. And we're talking federal trouble.
Yeah, you don't
Not
have
fun.
your setup here.
Yeah, I added a mic to mine, and just makes it a whole lot easier to talk to somebody, so you're not ending up taking the radio off and clipping it back on. So
Got it. And then this is the guy that you're using. All right. Well, thank you so much, Chris, for letting us know.
oh,
Appreciate it.
welcome.
I know I just threw that video on you. And you, all right, let's continue on.
All right.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for checking that out. It's so great to communicate with Chris because he knows all about this stuff. Like Chris talks about walkie-talkies and other things that are just like really passionate about. And I'm like, you know, what do I do? What button do I hit, sir? And what number is that? But it's so great to have him on the trails because he's great at communicating and he's great at being that that center heart of the communication, and you know, being able to have him with me diagnosing issues that are happening pretty quickly, or determining, okay, well, there's no communication here because of such and such, or vice versa. So thank you so much, Chris, for putting out your input on there and letting people know what we use out there. Oh yeah, we're pros. Just kidding. No, but it's really nice to have him along, and I appreciate him doing that video for you. And we did that Henry Co trip just a few months ago. So, all right, guys, thank you so much. Feel free to like, subscribe, hit the bell down below, get those notifications. Appreciate all the new subs we got going on recently. I've been trying to check out other people's videos as much as I can. I've been super busy with my work, so because of everything that's going on with the shelter in place, I'm a caregiver, so they've requested my hours to go up, so I've had to move things around a little bit, and you know, just doing what I can. All right, guys. Plus, all these parks, so many parking lots are closed, and I was at Emmons the other day. I ain't even started. Have a good one. Take care, and we will keep those videos going. That says windmill. I don't know. I don't know what that's all about. We're gonna notate that in our log. A48. We're gonna get some blue forms, yellow form, and then a TAC 4815. Those are some serious forms, and I want some answers. They're so high up, and I'm dropping. All right. Now there's my airplane.